Welcome back, Fantasy Endgame community. I'm Pierre, here to help you with some more waiver wire pickups as we go through the last full week before the Major League All-Star Game. If this video gets 500 likes, you know what we're going to do? We're going to give away a free Fantasy Endgame hat. If you like what you see here, click that button. Of course, you should already be subscribed. Let's start out with a player that has been immediately hot as soon as he got called up. That's Darick of the Philadelphia Phillies. Called up on June 29th and proceeded to match 2 homers in the game and then went deep again the very next day. He's a guy that really has been kind of a career minor leaguer to this point, not a young upcoming prospect. He's 27 years old, I think, right now, and he's somebody who has shown tremendous power throughout the minors, but he's just really not a guy who was high on the list as far as guys we were waiting to see if they would get the call. He's somebody who just kind of all of a sudden, because of the Bryce Harper injury, of course, has been thrust into the DH role. He's making the most of it, that's safe to say. Now, he hasn't gone deep since July started, but he did have a 3-hit game the other day. And look, obviously, he's filling it at the plate. This is a guy, if you need upside, why not take a shot? I wish I had him in more leagues. The problem is, in these super competitive leagues, he's getting snatched up already early, but his ownership level is only like 6% right now on Yahoo. So in most leagues, he should be definitely out there on the waiver wire. Why not give him a shot and see how he does? Now let's talk about a prospect that has been on everybody's mind for years. Could this be the year that Nick Senzel finally breaks out at age 27? We will see, but look, he's a guy who just has not stayed healthy at all. It's always something, right? Always something. Even this year with this guy, looked like he was finally settling into the everyday lineup, and he's missed time. He's back, and now he's hitting. He has hit a home run in 2 of the last 3 games, but if you look back farther, in 12 of the last 13 games, he's hit safely. The last couple of weeks, he's got a .452 average. Now, Senzel's not really a power hitter. He does have upside for 20 homers over a full season if that ever happens. He also has enough speed to be interesting. This is someone who can help across all categories. Now, the Reds are not a very good team, especially on offense, and he's hitting usually 7th or even 8th these days. But look, he's getting on base. We know his potential. The talent has never been a question. Can he stay healthy for an extended stretch? We'll see. No guarantees there, but right now he is hot. He's feeling it. He's definitely worth an ad because he's been dropped in so many leagues. He should be floating out there probably. Now, you're probably familiar with Ramon Laureano of the Oakland A's. He has had some success, and he's a guy who's a very intriguing power and speed combo threat. Look, he's somebody who back in 2019 had 24 home runs, and then just last year, in basically half a season, because he was suspended the other half, he hit 14 home runs. I know I've mentioned him before, and he really hasn't gotten it going at the plate. But again, talk about the Reds not being a good offense. Oakland is worse. Arguably, those are the 2 worst teams offensively this year. Oakland just struggling predictably because, well, they traded away most of their talent. And you know what? Laureano could be next. He's a guy that they kept because of the suspension, most likely. But he's somebody who could be on the move before the trade deadline because Oakland, they're probably just going to be massive sellers. So that might give him a shot to go to a team that is better, but also a much more favorable ballpark factor because Oakland, not the best place for a hitter. So Laureano, we know he's got pop, and in fact, he has been going deep lately. He's got 4 home runs just this past week. He actually should be doing better on the season anyways. According to StatCast, his expected home run is 8.5. He's been underachieving on his expected home runs by 4. Okay, so he should be pretty close to double digits by now. And again, this is not even over a full season because he missed time. So Laureano got the power. He also does have speed. He's a guy who legitimately a 2020 threat. So if he goes to a better situation, that could boost his value big time. He's heating up at the plate. So this is the time to add him before his value continues to go up. All right, let's go more under the radar here in Tampa Bay. Ramirez, never been a guy who's really generated a lot of attention. His upside is somewhat limited because he's not this massive power threat, but he can hit, and he's shown that. He's actually been hitting really well all season. It's just he's not generating massive fantasy numbers, but it's starting to click. And here's the most interesting thing. He has now worked his way up to batting 2nd in the lineup on a near everyday basis, and he's hitting now in front of Wander Franco. So hitting 2nd in the Rays lineup, that is definitely going to be a good thing for him scoring runs. He scored 8 runs just in the last week alone, hitting .353 with a homer and 4 RBIs just this past week. This is a guy who is actually hitting .317 in terms of expected batting average on the season. That means 98th percentile. One of the best actual hitters, just pure hitters so far this season. And now he's got that run scoring potential, and he's got just enough pop to be interesting. This is a guy who also is not going to hurt himself in terms of striking out a lot, move himself out of the spot that he's in. 14.5% K rate. That is really good. Okay, so Ramirez is a guy, again, you're looking for a flashy player. He's not it, but he's effective, he's hot, and he's scoring runs. Runs and batting average, like I said, that's a path to fantasy victory. So think about Ramirez if you need help at the corner spot or outfield. And then finally, I think it's time. Let's get in on Matt Carpenter. Look, you know, Carp, long-time Cardinal, and it just fell off. He had been kind of gradually declining, and then finally the wheels completely fell off. Thought he was done. Really didn't think he was going to even play this year. Resurfaces with the Yankees, kind of just out of need, right? They had other guys that they moved, and now he's back, I guess, at age 36. It's like the renaissance. I mean, how long will it last? Who knows? But at this point, we have to take him seriously. His numbers are really good. They're some of the best they've been in years, probably because he had so much time to rest. His .651 expected slugging and his .421 xWOBA, those are the best that he's posted in the StatCast era. He's got power, and playing in Yankee Stadium, in Yankees lineup, he's going to get a lot of pitches over the heart of the plate, right? People aren't pitching around him so that they can get to Aaron Judge. So Carpenter, despite the fact he's hitting lower in the order, he's going to get some pitches to hit. He's going to be in favorable situations. So if you need some power, a guy who can slot at both second and third base, hey, why not stream Carp for the time being? All right, guys, that does it for our hitter waiver wires heading into the All-Star break. This is technically week 14. You know we're going to have a break right now. If you need some help, these are the guys I like. There's some pitchers that are going to be also mentioned in a different video, so check that one out. All right, thanks for watching.